Happy Red Shirt Friday and welcome, end of December. So happy Hanukkah, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa. And I don't know how you celebrate, but hopefully you had a wonderful time celebrating. I had a quiet time with my family. And then today we're actually going to have a dinner with some of the out-of-town families, so that should be exciting. And I found the lady that can make me some desserts, which is probably not a good thing because I was trying to lose weight, not gain weight. But I got a carrot cake, an apple pie, some Linzer tarts, and some gingerbread cookies. So I guess I'll be working out tomorrow. Oops. So I had a couple questions from last Friday's Red Shirt Friday video, and a couple of things was mentioned. So I'm going to, of course, as I usually say, I'm going to cheat and go off my cheat sheets because I cannot remember all of this. But we've got a lot of photos that are coming in from Wreaths Across America. I had some people that wanted one of the programs, and I had some people that were asking about these. So I have a few left. If you want them, I'd be happy to share them with you. Remember when I said that 80% of every donation given goes to Wreaths Across America, and that some of it's used for items? Well, these are one of the items that are done. We also have things for like coloring books and sheets and crayons and some bracelets and some pins. And we take those with us for when we do our teaching seminars. So if you want us to come out, we've had quite a few people ask. Yes, I will be happy to schedule a time to come out and talk to you about Wreaths Across America and how your company can join us. The presentation depends on you. We have a presentation board, a PowerPoint, we have video that we kind of show, and then we talk and answer questions. So we do have some information that we want to at least tell you about. So it can be anywhere from 5 minutes to about 20, depending on what you want to know, and then of course all the questions. One of the main questions that we get all the time is people automatically assumed that all veteran cemeteries receive a wreath at Christmas time, and no, they do not. So unless you support, sponsor, or do what we did, become a location coordinator, that particular cemetery, one, does not get any wreaths at all whatsoever, and two, not all veterans are buried in a veteran cemetery. So like for here in Oak Hill and Claremont by me, we have almost 500 that are buried in the cemetery. So it's not, I guess the biggest thing is people thought that veterans were only buried in the national cemeteries or the National Veterans Cemetery. So like Bushnell is our national one here in Florida. And I have one of my grandfathers that served and is buried there, but I have another grandfather, he served as well, but he's buried in Winter Garden. I'm hoping that maybe we could get somebody to maybe support Winter Garden's location, because it's a little too far from us as far as taking on that one. But, you know, then again, we took on Mount Dora and it's an hour away, so maybe we can get some help. But anyways, yes, we would be happy to talk to you about the Wreaths Across America program. We had, in our program, we had the POW MIA remembrance ceremony, and a lot of people, they always notice the table. It's always set up. It could be a small round or a bistro table, and it's got a white tablecloth. It has always a single place setting, preferably all white. There's a wine glass, and it's inverted. There's a salt shaker, a slice of lemon on a bread plate with a pile of spilled salt, a small bud vase with a single stem red rose, a yellow ribbon tied around that vase, a candle, usually lit, and an empty chair. So people were asking, what does the significance of the POW MIA table mean? And so we did make the presentation. Now the table is set for one, and it's usually small, and that symbolizes the frailty of one prisoner alone against oppression. Now the tablecloth is white, and that symbolizes the purity of the intentions to respond to their country's call to arms. Now the single red rose is displayed in a vase, and it reminds us of the families and loved ones of our comrades in arms who keep the faith awaiting their return. The yellow ribbon tied prominently on the vase is reminiscence of the yellow ribbon worn upon the the lapels and the breasts of thousands who bear witness to their unyielding determination to demand a proper accounting of our missing. The candle is usually lit, and it symbolizes the upward reach of the unconquerable spirit. A slice of lemon on the bread plate is to remind us of their bitter fate. There is salt upon the bread plate, and it symbolizes the family's tears as they wait. The glass is inverted because they cannot toast with us right now. The chair is always empty because they are not here with us. And then all of you who've served with them and call them comrades, who depend upon their might and aid and relied upon them, for surely they have not forsaken you. So that is the setup of the POW MIA table, and I would be happy to share this with you. This is what was read by Miss Debbie Reed during the ceremony on Wreaths Across America. So super quick, we have during the holidays, we did have the South Lake Montessori School children and staff. And what they did is every year they connect with the American Legion here in Unit 55. And they will do kind of like a toy drive, and all the toys and gifts are brought over to the post by the children. And we have cookies and hot chocolate. And they kind of get how Christmas spirit's supposed to be. So these gifts are being donated by them to us, and then they sang carols this time, and it was so cute. So then a couple days before Christmas, a couple of the elves over at the American Legion got together, kind of divided everything. So I want to give a shout out to Joey and Leslie, Sunny, Todd, and Bobby, and of course Trish, because y'all made a lot of families super happy around Christmas time. And then the other day, Kim's Cabbage Patch had a visitor, and unfortunately this visitor, come to find out, they were going to skip Christmas this year. And you Claremontians are just the best, because Kim's Cabbage Patch made a plea, and next thing we knew, we had a bunch of gifts, clothes, hygiene products, food, because they came in only to buy enough food to make maybe a soup that could last them through a few days. And Kim's Cabbage Patch generosity made sure that they were going to have food for more than just soup. So remember, when y'all support local, you shop local, you help your local communities and businesses, we turn around and help and give back. And that was something that all of y'all did. We all brought stuff over. They made some gift bags. They made sure that they had a tree and a Christmas for their kids. And I believe they had 3 or 4 children. So y'all were awesome. And that's why I love getting all this information, so I could share this with y'all on our Red Shirt Fridays, because that's what it's about. It's not just about a building. It's not about it's about everyone who gets together and participates and helps out. So thank you so much. Yes, I am still a drop-off. So I get school supplies, I get food. Sometimes when there is a donation request, my office does have a box up front, and then everyone comes in and collects it. So some of the items I have in there right now, we're going to go ahead and drop them off to the American Legion, and also the blessing box. I have some food in there for the blessing box. The hygiene products, if you, I will never turn anything down, but if you can give me more of the portable sizes, the smaller ones, I love that y'all are going to BJ's and buying us the super big ones, but remember, some of the families that we're donating these to are homeless, so we need something a little bit lightweight. But like I said, I will never turn it down, because we're always able to make different packages and boxes. Like for Boggy Creek, currently we're always collecting for Boggy Creek, so don't feel like if you don't have it today, you could always give it to me later. But right now, their wish list is, and I'm going to post it in here as well, it's super simple. We're looking for crayons and markers, colored duct tape, because they make those things. The washable tape, I don't know how to say it. Sharpie markers, colors, black, the Germex, obviously, glitter and glitter glue. I don't know about glitter, maybe just a glitter glue. The Uno card games, pipe cleaners, they always do arts and crafts. The glue sticks, liquid glue, embroidery floss, double and AAA batteries, washcloths, and towels. So right now, that's the Camp Boggy Creek wish list. Now, for the American Legion Auxiliary ladies, we are going to have a quick visit from the department president. Ann King Smith will be in on February, I believe it's, February 15th from 1:30 to 2:30. So please, ladies, come on out, say hello. She wants to see our new building and wants to see what community things we will be doing. Now, they know that we always do the poppies, and we been doing the Wreaths Across America, and we get bigger every year. So definitely, please try to come out on February. Don't forget, we have our meeting in January, and then, of course, we'll have one more meeting before the president will be in the area. Speaking about families needing help, we had a family literally lose everything, including 2 out of their 3 dogs. And Christmas Eve, there was a horrible fire, and the family lost everything. So if you are not doing anything right now between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m., if you want to go to the Claremont World of Beer location, they have the fundraiser for the family. I believe it's Chris and Ashley's, I forgot their name, I'm so sorry, the Story family. They will, I'm not sure if they're going to be there because they're a little overwhelmed right now, but the fundraiser is going on now. Real Life Claremont locations also have some stuff for them. They have the kids, their ages 8, 9, and 13, and they, like I said, lost everything. Their entire house burnt down Christmas Eve while they were at church. So the boys wear size 10, 12, girls wear size 10, 12, shoes 2.5 to 3, and then women's 8, 10, and shoes 11. So there is a GoFundMe account online. You can drop stuff off at Real Life, and if you want to go and donate or head out to World of Beer in Claremont from 4 to 10, they will be having their fundraiser and accepting any donations there. So just talk to your tax account. Anything that you donate on GoFundMe accounts or Facebook is usually tax deductible, and it kind of can help out this family. So, you know, or even like Kim's Cabbage Patch, they're always helping out too. I'm trying to think, what else do we have? Oh, so on the American Legion post, they have their New Year's Day brunch from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And for $7, they've got biscuits, gravy, scrambled eggs, sausage, and home fries. Oh, $2 mimosas. and finally, the American flag blanket that I crocheted, that will be auctioned off at 3 p.m. So January 1st at 3 p.m. So if you don't have your raffle tickets, for those that gave me their money, I went ahead, bought your raffle tickets, put your name on there, and it's in there. So good luck, y'all. That was definitely a labor of love. Took me about a month to make that. And for those of you that asked me, because I made a couple of things over the Christmas holiday, I'm not that creative, y'all. I just got on YouTube, followed the pattern, and the best thing about YouTube is you can start, stop, and go, wait, what? Rewind. And a lot of times I'm kind of talking to myself, trying to figure things out and make these crochet blankets. I also had another person asked me to make a prayer shawl for them. I do not sell these. I make the prayer shawls. I usually give them to the church. Sometimes when I get a request, I do donate them to who they do ask for them. If you know a color, let me know, and I can try to match the color. But please, 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 I cannot whip up a prayer shawl in like 15 minutes, 24 hours, or even a weekend. Unless you are a very small female, because those I can whip out pretty quickly because my needles are kind of fat. I think that's why I get the bigger needles. As much as I would love to honor and give you a prayer shawl, I cannot make them that quickly. Remember, I also work for a living, and I work anywhere from about 50 to 80 hours a week, and I work off commission, so depending on me working will depend on what knitting time. I will say that I do use knitting as a evening thing to calm my brain and not eat junk food. However, I have a bad habit of potato chips, so I try to wash the blankets afterwards just in case there's potato chip crumbs. But anyways, yes, I would be happy to make you a purse shawl. I just can't whip them out. And the next project that I do have on my plate is one that's very near and dear to me, and that is the Greater Claremont Cancer Foundation. So I will be having Yeti tickets for sale. I can't wait to see which color we're getting this year. Last year we had an awesome pink one. This year we're going to have a Yeti, and we're going to have some different adult beverages in there. And I think we'll probably donate another gift card for you to get the bitters and the sodas and the drinks and the mixers, that's what it is. And so remember that the entire proceeds from that Yeti benefits the cancer patients in the Claremont, Lake County area, not just Claremont. So 100% of that is going to be donated towards the families. And you're going to hear a lot from me now, from now till March, about Greater Claremont Cancer Foundation, because they're not just a breast cancer foundation. Yes, my doors are pink. That's because that was a personal choice and personal issues with the family, but they help with all different cancers. They help with scholarships. They help with programs. They help with just being there for you so you're not alone during your chemo and radiation. So we're going to have that. And of course, we're going to have our, I can't remember which, was it the 12th or 13th? Goodness, I went blank. I need some chocolate. I can't have any, but I need some. Bras for the Cause and boxers too, but I can't remember if it's maybe the 13th, or I don't know, maybe if Claire's listening, she'll let me know what it is. But that's going to be coming up soon. Oh, Marie, you're on. Which one is Bras for the Cause this year? I know the theme is leather and lace, and it's going to be super cool, a lot of the themes. So if you want to be a model this year for March's 2020 Bras for the Cause event, I suggest you get your information in, because they are only going to do 20 models. And if you have a donation or a basket or something that you would like to re-gift to us, no shame. I will take a re-gifted item and we will do it for our door prize, because again, 100% volunteers. That means 100% of the proceeds that we receive go right back to our Lake County community for cancer families. So I was also given a, for all those history buffs, let's go over this super, super quick. And I know that I didn't do a post on Christmas, but I did do them on Friday. So my day in history kind of doesn't match, but did y'all know that just after Christmas morning, the majority of the German troops engaged in World War I, they ceased fire, guns and artillery, and commenced to sing Christmas carols instead. At certain points along the eastern and western fronts, the soldiers of Russia, France, and Britain were even heard with brass bands joining the Germans in their joyous singing. Now, at first light of dawn, many of the German soldiers emerged from their trenches and approached the Allied lines across no man's land, calling out Merry Christmas in their enemies' native tongues. Now, at first, the Allied soldiers feared it was a trick, but seeing the Germans unarmed, they climbed out of their trenches and shook hands with the enemy soldiers. The men exchanged presents of cigarettes and plum puddings and sang carols and songs. Now, there was even a documented case of soldiers from opposing sides playing a good-natured game of soccer. Now, the so-called Christmas truce of 1914 came only 5 months after the outbreak of war in Europe, and was one of the last examples of the outdated notion of chivalry between enemies in warfare. In 1915, the bloody conflict of World War I erupted in all of its fury, and the concept of another Christmas truce unfortunately became unthinkable. So for your history buffs, I will put this link in there, because sometimes y'all question me and I'll be like, I don't know. Some of this stuff is shared with me. Some of it is given to me, and some of it is Googled. I'm sorry, because my memory is not so good. Another year I'm going to make it, and another year I think I've lost a memory cell. So a lot of y'all had also asked, Yes, I'm going to post a photo of Sergeant Sophie, and she is one of the main reasons why we started Wreaths Across America here in Lake County. So right now we did support 9 cemeteries this year. Next year, I think we're going to be up to either 11, 12, or 13. So I'm going to really need a lot of help from y'all. And so if you have any questions, or if you want me to mention something, or if there's something going on, please let me know. I was told that they still want me to continue to do the Red Shirt Friday videos. I'd be happy to do it. It's definitely got me out of my comfort zone. Hopefully y'all can hear me with my new mic. So if y'all want to send me a thumbs up and let me know it's working. And the camera I'm not too particularly happy with, so I'm going to work on that. And then I'm going to have a different background if I can figure out this green screen thing, so y'all don't be seeing my mess back here. So the answer is yes, we like motorcycles. Yes, that's my doggy. And yes, those are adult beverages, and no, I'm not sharing. So today in history, thank goodness I have food allergies though, because I'm kind of worried. Today is National Fruitcake Day. So I remember making a fruitcake when I was in the Girl Scouts, like way eons ago. But fruitcake has like dated back to ancient Rome, and it was known as one of the earliest recipes, and it's made mainly from pomegranate seeds, pine nuts, raisins, and it's mixed in a barley mash. Doesn't sound like a really good beer. Now, some of them have added honey and spices and fruit preserves, and then it just depends on from country to country. But in the 16th century, 2 achievements crystallized to make fruitcakes more affordable and accessible. First, the sugar from American colonies, and second, it's the high concentration of sugar from preserved fruits. So enjoy your fruitcake. And the expression came, nutty as a fruitcake, started in 1935. So what's happening tomorrow? Tomorrow is Pledge Allegiance Day. And that is, when was that? So Congress recognized Pledge Allegiance Day in December 28, 1945, and Francis Bellamy receives the credit for writing the Pledge of Allegiance. It was originally published in the Youth's Companion, September 8, 1892, under just the title, The Pledge. And it's just a way to celebrate America's discovery, the 400th anniversary. So now in 1923 and 24, the National Flag Conference inserted a couple of different texts. And so there was some small changes. So I will let y'all history buffs look it up. I don't want to take all your fun. And then because I may have food allergies, but I can still enjoy National Bacon Day. In fact, my husband got a new egg table, and the best part of the egg table, besides thank you Lowe's, Ace Hardware. Woo! Ace Hardware. Thank you for delivering, putting it together, installing, and moving it in around so we could have it set up. But the best thing about that is the more he uses the egg, the less I got to cook in the kitchen. But we cooked about 3-4 pounds of bacon on Christmas Day. I can't say there's any left. So enjoy y'all's bacon. Yes, there is a such thing as Canadian bacon, English bacon, and British bacon. And I hope y'all have a wonderful Friday, a happy weekend. Be safe on New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. No drinking and driving, no texting and driving. Get your Uber people up. Take care and tip your staff, the bar staff, because they're going to make sure that if you take care of them, they're going to make sure that you get home. Find out who your DDs are and make sure you take care of them, because they're going to make sure you get home, because I guarantee you buying your DD dinner and some sodas is way cheaper than a night in jail, a ticket, and points on your insurance. So I'm going to sign out because I got some family I'm going to go visit, and I got to go pick up my Mazda. It needs got a new light. Any questions? Let me know. Any more info to share? Let me know. And hopefully we'll see you at World of Beer for a little bit. Donate if you can. I have some items I'll probably drop off, and if I can't do it, I'll drop it off on Sunday. Oh, real life. No church this Sunday. or Saturday. So make sure you log online. They got some special. I'm not sure I'm going to like that. I'd like to go into the building and get my, I need God to help me because, you know, I'm a mess. Y'all have a great weekend. I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.